channel. Look a bit different today because we're doing a get ready with me to go nowhere. But I don't usually have time to do videos like this because I'm up super early and out the door for work, and weekends are just as hectic being a mum of three. So I thought, while we're in lockdown and I'm not really doing that much, although I am still working, I'm just off today, don't have to work today, I thought I would come on and do a little get ready with me. Disclaimer, no expert in this field. I am no good at makeup really, so I just thought I'd show you what I do, how I achieve a sort of natural look, and this is going to be roughly what I would put on for work every day. Weekends and when I'm not working, while we've been in lockdown, I haven't really been wearing that much makeup. If I have been putting some makeup on, it's literally been a bit of BB cream, a little bit of concealer, doing my brows and putting some mascara on, and that's literally been it, and just lip balm. So I thought I'd do sort of what I would normally do for my work makeup, and I may even do some eyeshadow, which is unheard of unless I'm going out. But we'll see how we get on. I did ask on Instagram and on the community tab whether there were any questions you wanted to ask me while we were doing this, so I will answer a few questions as well along the way. I hope you enjoy this video. This is a bit different for me, so if you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, I'd love it if you did subscribe. Just click the little subscribe button down below, and if you click the little bell next to it, then you will be notified every time I upload a new video. My hair is driving me mad. I'm not really styling it and stuff for home because what's the point? I thought I'd give it a break from the heat, but it just feels like it's a bit crazy. Anyway, I've put a headband in just to keep it off my face while I do my makeup. So we'll start off. I've done my skincare, I've done my full morning skincare routine. If you're interested in that, that will be a video coming very, very soon, along with my evening skincare routine, because skincare is something that I am really like stepping my game up a little bit. So I thought I would come on and show you what I'm doing there. But I've put all my skincare on, I've let that settle in, I've got my SPF on. Even though I'm at home, I'm still wearing my SPF on my face every day, because generally where I sit to work in the extension is really sunny and bright, so I am putting my SPF on every day. I'm going to start off with primer, and at the moment I'm using this one just to try and get it used up, and this is the Avant, which I think we got in Glossy Box ages ago. It's the Pro Collagen Pro Perfecting Age Restore. Honestly, not fussed about this at all. I think Avant products are really overpriced. You only seem to get them in subscription boxes. Have you ever seen an Avant product for sale anywhere else? Because I don't think that I have. And they're like, RRP is like £100 or £80 when you look at them in subscription boxes, but I'm just not convinced they're worth that. The night cream that we had from Glossy Box ages ago, that was really nice, but still wouldn't have paid that for it. So that's what primer I'm going to use. I'm going to pop that on. First question I got was, how are you? Which, in this current situation, that could take a while. I've been at home now for probably getting close to 4 weeks, working from home full time, and then the kids broke up maybe half a week after I started working from home. So I've had the kids at home from school for about 3 weeks, maybe 4. I keep losing track. No, 3 weeks I think, and it has been super tough. Not because they're bad kids at all, but because I have 2 quite young children. I've got a 6 and an 8-year-old, and they need quite a lot of help, obviously with their learning, and at school they would have a teacher and a couple of classroom assistants maybe to help, and I'm trying to work full time and trying to help them do their schooling, so they definitely aren't doing everything that they should be doing at the moment. My elder one is 13, but he's a boy and he's far less interested in doing schoolwork than he should be. I'm just going in now with the L'Oreal Paris CC C'est Magique, and this is like an anti-redness, so it's like a green. This was a new purchase. Well, I say new. This is the first tube I've used of this, and again, not massively impressed. I do like a colour corrector because, I don't know if you can see, but my cheeks get quite red, so I do normally put a colour corrector on them. And this one is meant to be a CC cream that you can use all over your face to reduce any redness, but I find that it oxidises quite a lot and goes quite a lot darker than it looks when you first put it on. And when I've tried to use it as a full CC cream, it just hasn't worked for me at all. Yeah, I've been struggling to keep up the kids with their schoolwork, and to start with I was really beating myself up about that, but I've decided that it's not the end of the world. It's a temporary measure. I'm not a teacher, and I also have a job to do which is pretty full on, so it is what it is. And they're spending a lot of time outside and playing, and I'm now going in with the Maybelline. I have no idea what this is. All the writing's rubbed off. It's the magic eraser one with the poof on the top. This is way too light for me, but I've still been trying to get it used up just under my eyes and on any blemishes or like scars that I've got, because it is really too, I mean, I think it is probably that palish shade. Again, I couldn't tell you what the shade was because everything's worn off. But yeah, I think it is just a little bit too pale. Oh damn, I forgot to dampen my beauty blenders. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, all damp now, all ready to go. So yeah, it's been tricky to say the least, and personally I am struggling a little bit. I found this last week quite hard. I've had some time off from work over Easter, which has been good because I felt a little less stressed, and obviously the kids haven't had to do any schoolwork this week because we've taken like the Easter holidays off. But I just feel like really unmotivated to do anything, which is weird, isn't it? Because I've probably got more time now to do stuff. But yeah, just lacking some motivation. I think the lack of a proper routine has definitely taken its toll on me. I like routine. I like knowing what's happening, and I'm just missing like seeing family and friends and being able to get out and about and just do stuff. But everyone's in the same position, so we've got to kick ourselves up the backside a little bit and not complain. I'm lucky in the fact that I'm still working, although I'm working from home. I am still working, so things could be a lot worse. You know, there are people out there who are losing their jobs or being furloughed, so it could be a lot worse. Anyway, on to the next stage, which is my CC cream. This is the Lacura one, which I've been using for ages. I'm on the lookout for a new one. I've actually put in a sneaky order, so you'll see soon enough what I'm going for. But this one I've been using for ages. It's the light skin tones one, and it's meant to have an SPF 15. I always put on a separate SPF because I'm never 100% convinced that these SPFs in makeup are actually that good. And then I sometimes mix it with this, which is the Manicadar Glow Illuminator, which I think I got in a beauty box some time ago, and it just gives it a little bit of a glow. So I normally just pop a little bit of that on and mix it in, because I'll go for quite a glowy look. I don't like matte. I think it's quite aging if you do a matte look, so I go for glow. I think you can get away with matte when you're really young, but I'm not getting any younger. So I'm just going to pop that on and then blend it out with my beauty blender. So yeah, I'm doing okay. I could be better, but things could be a lot worse, and I am under no illusions that I am quite lucky. We live in a nice house, we live in a nice quiet road, we're all healthy and safe, and we have a nice garden for the kids to play in, although it is a bit of a tip at the moment because we are still renovating the house, and because all the tips are shut, then all the rubbish is going in the garden at the moment. But the kids are having a great time making an obstacle course around all the junk. So yeah, and I'm very grateful for the weather. Oh my god, how good has the weather been since we've been in this lockdown? It's been great that I can just say to the kids, get outside, get your sun cream on, go and get some vitamin D, play in the garden. We've been on a couple of walks as well while I've been off over Easter, just down to our local canal to see the baby ducks, which has been really nice. So yeah, I am grateful for the good weather, because god, if it was raining it would be an awful lot worse. How are you guys doing? How are you guys coping with this? I mean, obviously I'm not a key worker. I work for the local council. That was another question, what my job is, because I obviously talk on my channel quite a lot about how I'm a full-time worker as well as a mum of 3, and that the juggling and the struggle is real. It really is, especially at the moment. But yeah, one of the other questions that I got was, what do I do for my full-time job, and I work for the local council. It's a bit of a niche job really. It's working with utility companies and with our own departments internally, coordinating works on the road network and making sure the network still flows, and looking at traffic management that is put up while these works go ahead. So yeah, it's a bit of a niche one, but I find it quite interesting, as sad as that sounds. Basically my base done, so as you can probably see, it's quite glowy, but I am going to put a bit of powder on. The only other thing I'm going to do is, if you've watched my channel before, you will know how obsessed I am with my under eye area. So I've got this Lacura concealer pen, which is one of these push-up ones, which is supposed to be a dupe for the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclat. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of that under my eyes and try and brighten that up a little bit more. I'm quite lucky in the way that I don't get a lot of blemishes. When I do, they're usually quite bad because I'm a terrible messer, but I don't get an awful lot of blemishes. But I feel like, you know, someone's got to cut me some slack somewhere because I have horrendous under eyes. So if the rest of my face is clear, then that's fair, I think. And another question that I got was, if I could go anywhere in the world, where would I go and why? And where would I like to travel to the most? And to be honest, there are loads of places, a lot of cities that I haven't been to, which I would really love to go to. Rome and Paris, you know, the usual touristy places. I'd really love to go to Reykjavik in Iceland, and I'd really love to go there. That is probably one of my favourites, one of the places that I would definitely pick. If it was like, you've got one destination that you can go to in the whole world, where do you want to go? It would probably be Iceland. Because I studied geography, did A-level geography and went on to university to do geography. So, you know, all the hot springs and like the northern lights and things like that really interest me, so I'd like to go there. I'd also really like to go to Pompeii. And I'd really like to go to Auschwitz, because history was the other topic that I was really interested in at school. Yeah, that's somewhere that I would really like to go. All a bit weird, none of them beach holidays, are they? As much as I love a beach holiday. The only other place that I would go is Disney. Disney and Universal, mainly for the kids, but also because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan and I really want to go to the Wizarding World at Universal. But yeah, I'd love to take the kids to Disney and have that experience with them, but it's so expensive, and as a family of 5, it's not coming cheap. Right, so that's my base done. Quite glowy, as you can see, but hopefully you can see as well that it's quite natural. Like, it's not a heavy coverage, and you can still see all my freckles. I've got some pigmentation there. I'm not really hiding anything. It's more about just evening out the skin tone and making it a bit glowy. So I'm going to go in with some concealer now. This is concealer. I'm going to go in with some highlighter now, because this is a creamy highlighter, so I'm going to put that on before I powder. So this is the Essence Moonlight Cushion Hybrid Showing Technology by CLE. I definitely got this in a beauty box, I can't remember which one, maybe Tillet, but I absolutely love it. It's like the best highlighter I've ever had, because it gives you that glow without looking really glittery and powdery. I mean, I do sometimes put on a bit more highlighter, but if I'm doing a very natural skin day, then I may just go in with this, but it's running out because I've used it since I got it in the subscription box, like non-stop. It's like quickly turned into an everyday product, but because of that, I'm now really struggling to get any out. It really is on its last leg, so I should really look into repurchasing this, because it is probably my favourite highlighter. And it is just because it gives you that natural sheen rather than that harsh glitter that you can sometimes get, that really iridescent glitter. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I may put a bit of extra highlighter on, because why not? Why not push the boat out? For powder, I've got a Lacura one that I've been using, which I think is going to take me forever to get through, and I've got quite a few like samples of powder that I really want to use. But this is the Lacura Loose Setting Powder in light medium, and yeah, just a setting powder, but it has got a bit of a colour to it. I mean, it's super pale, which suits me because I'm super pale. I'm just going to get a little brush. I'm probably going to use a concealer brush actually. It's a circular concealer brush because I don't like putting a lot of powder on, and I just literally want to do maybe my forehead, down my T-zone, and just slightly under my eyes, sometimes do my chin, just because, again, I think with age you don't want to be over powdering. So I'm going to go in just under my eyes. And I am just putting the tiniest amount of powder on. I mean, I don't get the whole baking thing, but also as you get older, I definitely don't get the whole baking thing. I think it just sits in lines and just makes it look a lot worse. But obviously, although I want a glow, I don't want to look oily. I do have pretty normal skin. I don't have overly oily skin, but as we get into summer, I definitely think, you know, I need to be setting, and I definitely set under my eyes just to try and keep that concealer there and in place. And then if I feel like I may have overdone it on the powder, which I haven't today, but I'll just go in with a fan and just sweep any excess away. But yeah, I do tend to try and keep it quite light. The only problem with this is, like, loads of it came out when I first opened it and pulled the seal off. Loads came out into the top section, and now every time I shut it I get like powder everywhere. Anywho, what are we going to do next? We'll do blush next. I've got a couple of blushes that I've been using recently, both Benefit ones, both which I got in a giveaway I think from What Loose Does. And this is Californication and Gold Rush. Californication is if you want that normal peachy bright blush, which I do go for occasionally, but Gold Rush is the one that I've been going for more, and that is more of a bronzy browny nudie blush. So I'm going to go with this one because that is the one that I'm reaching for more often than not now. So really loving these Benefit blushers. I'd never tried a Benefit blusher before. I'd totally steered clear of blushers for years because I was so concerned with having like red cheeks. I just hated putting any extra colour on there, but it just wakens you up a little bit if you put a bit of blush on. I just find it gives you that little bit of colour and makes you look alive. Which I could definitely do with some days. Is anyone else sleeping really badly since this whole lockdown? I either wake up loads in the night, can't get back to sleep, or I'm having the strangest dreams known to man. Honestly, don't know where these weird dreams are coming from. Right, I'm going to go in with brows next, and this I've got from Natural Collection. It's just a brow pencil with the spoolie on one end and a pencil on the other, and I just comb through and then pencil in. I've had this for ages. They last forever, don't they? But I am on the lookout for something with a gel to try and hold it in place, because I do find that although I've got quite dark brows and they don't really need a lot of filling in, I do sort of just give them a bit more definition. I do find that obviously because I don't set them with anything, that I can rub them off during the day. It's not a massive deal, but next time I get something I will probably get like a pencil and a gel, a brow gel. So if you've got any recommendations, then drop them in the comments below. Next question. I got a question about my kids and how old I was when I had my kids and when I got married, which is a bit of a personal one, but hey, we'll go with it. I was actually at university when I fell pregnant with my eldest, and I decided to leave university prior to graduating, so I didn't actually get my degree in the end, but I ended up with my beautiful baby boy. So I'd always wanted to be a mum. It was like big on my agenda, although I was, you know, really studious at school, did really well at school, wanted to go to university. I did take some time out. I didn't go to university straight away for personal reasons, which I'm not going to get into now. And then when I did go, obviously, I ended up falling pregnant with my eldest. And For me, there was no question, you know, he was going to come first, and I didn't think I would be able to personally study and look after him and work and everything as I needed to. So I dropped out and never looked back. Me and his dad are still together. We got married when he was about 3, and then 3, or was he 5? I'm trying to think now. We got married in 2010, so he would have been about 4 or 5 when we got married. Yeah, so we got married. We've been married 10 years this year, and obviously we've had 2 more children since then. And there's not much to say. Yeah, I was relatively young when I had my eldest. I was 20 when I fell pregnant. I was 21 by the time he was born, and then I got married at 23. I had my next one at 24, 25. And then Autumn came along a little bit later on, and she's 6, so it would have been 29 when I had Autumn. But yeah, it's everyone's different, aren't they? And I'm kind of glad I had my kids young. It was tough to start with being a younger mom and feeling very judged. But you know, that's the way things are, and I wouldn't change them for the world. I love my kids, I love my family, I love being a mom. I just love it. They're hard work, don't get me wrong, they are hard work, but I do love being a parent. What am I going in for next? Am I going to do anything with my eyes? I wouldn't normally. Normally I would just put on some mascara. Do we push the boat out today? Shall we push the boat out? I've got this brown smudge stick waterproof eyeliner from Stila, which I've had for ages. I think I got it in a Marks and Spencer's advent calendar years ago. But I really like it because it's brown. And I'm rubbish at eyeliner, so I tend to go for more of a natural look. So I'm going to just, and I know I'm probably doing this all wrong. I mean, I'm probably meant to do my eyeshadow first, but I'm probably not going to do a massive amount of eyeshadow. I'm just going to quickly put on a little of this, and it's more of a bronzy brown, which I quite like. Oh my god, I'm absolutely terrible at eyeliner. But I am going to smudge it out, so that looks horrendous. I'm glad you can't see very close up. But I'm just going to smudge that at the end with my fingers. Just so it's sort of there but not there. It's not harsh. I rarely wear eye makeup. Like, I always wear mascara, but I very rarely put on an eyeliner because I'm just rubbish at it. I find it really tricky, and I've got really watery eyes, so anytime I do, you can guarantee my eyes just start to water. Right, if we're going in with eyeshadow, let's just go in. So I've got the Hoola bronzer, which is probably a bit dark for me. I think Hoola Light would be better as a bronzer. Not that I wear bronzer very often, but I'm just going to use that sort of all over, and I'm probably using all the wrong brushes. But yeah, someone on here actually said to me about using it as an eyeshadow rather than a bronzer, because I think I got it in a Tilly box. And I was like, oh, I've always wanted to try Hoola bronzer, but I don't really wear bronzer, or definitely don't contour. I just haven't got time for that, and why am I sculpting my face to look different to what it actually is? Like, I find that a bit weird. But yeah, someone actually said, oh, it's a really nice neutral eyeshadow shade to use, and they weren't wrong. And I've got that all over my nose. Let's brush that away. So yeah, I've just done that more in the crease. But just as like a base. More of a base colour. And then I've got this Mali Evercolour shadow stick, which again I think was in a Tilly or in the QVC one, which is a really like shimmery champagne colour. Don't know whether to go in with that or to use my Style London palette, which is again very neutral. No, I think I'm just going to use the Mali because because I want something really easy because I'm lazy. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the lid. And then I'll probably get a brush and blend it out a little bit. I feel like I'm totally forgetting to answer people's questions. What other questions did we have? Oh, someone asked me what my dream job would be, which is a really difficult one. You know, as a kid, I had, you know, a really little kid, I had really like low aspirations as a child. I wanted to be a barmaid, which I've never actually worked in a bar, so that's a bit weird that that was one of my things as a child, and then I've never actually done it. Yeah, I wanted to be a barmaid, or I wanted to be an air hostess. I was like obsessed with flying. I think because we didn't really do abroad holidays when I was really young, so I was obsessed with flying and wanted to be an air hostess. And then as I got older, when I was studying, I wanted to be a geography teacher. So that's why I was studying geography at university, and obviously when that didn't go to plan, then I just sort of fell into jobs. I worked in the estate agents for a while and really enjoyed that, and then I started working for a utility company and programming in the works, and then I've sort of gone on to the council, and I really love what I do. I really enjoy my job. I would love to be able to do YouTube full time, that would be amazing. But yeah, I always wanted, sort of a little secret of mine, that I always wanted to be on the stage. I just love going to the theatre, I love watching productions, and I would have loved to have been on the stage and to be an actress more than anything. I love singing. I'm rubbish at singing and dancing really, so that's out the picture. But yeah, I would have loved to have been on the stage, not necessarily on telly or anything, but like in the theatre business. I just love it, and I love going to watch shows. It's like one of my favourite things to do. I'm just going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2 mascara, which I got from Feel Unique Samples. It is a nice mascara. It's lasted quite well actually, considering once I got it I was using it every day. However, is it just me that is underwhelmed by Charlotte Tilbury products? Like, don't get me wrong, when I tried the lipstick samples, the lipsticks were gorgeous. This is a nice mascara, but it's so expensive, and I just think like you can get as good mascaras for a lot less money. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be one that I'm going to be purchasing once this has run out, but it was nice to try, and I'm glad I sort of did, because there's a lot of hype around Charlotte Tilbury makeup. I've got the Wonder Glow as well, like the Glow Primer. I just find it too glittery. It's nice, it does give your skin a glow, but I do then look in the mirror later on in the day and think, God, why is my face covered in glitter? And I'm pretty sure it's that. So yeah, dream job that would probably be in a theatre, in a musical, or doing plays. Oh, I've got mascara on my eyelid, which is maybe why I like YouTube, because it is sort of like, you know, you have an audience and you're putting yourself out there, and although I'm not playing a character, but yeah, I'd love to be able to do full-time YouTube, although I don't know whether I'd ever have the guts to actually quit my job and do this full-time. But yeah, dream job was sort of always to be on the stage. I just loved, I did like drama and stuff at school, drama club, and yeah, I don't know whether I've got the right skills, whether I'm good enough for that. Right, so that's eyes done. I probably should put my primer, my setting spray on before I put my mascara on. I'll do that in a minute, and I'll just cover my eyes. I think I am going to put a bit more highlighter on, because why the heck not? I'm just going to go in with this one. This is from Ciate, and it's Moonlight, and I think I picked this up in Latest in Beauty maybe. It's annoying because it isn't in like a proper packaging. It's just it needs to go into like a palette, but I don't have one. So this is really nice. It is quite shimmery. It's got a little bit more of a pink to it than a champagne. I would normally just go for champagnes. Always do my Cupid's bow. Like, my lips are probably one of my favourite features on my face, so I always highlight my Cupid's bow. Right, so I'm going to go in with my setting spray before I do my lipstick. And I've got at the moment that I'm using, which I'm actually really enjoying, this is the Jenna Frooms Fixing Mist from Primark. And this was reduced, and what drew me to it was that it's infused with aloe vera and vitamin B5, so I thought it would be nice and cooling and refreshing. It's vegan, which is great, but I also feel like it gives me a little bit of a glow, which, you know, I need all the glow I can get. I'm just going to cover my eyes because otherwise I'm going to end up with mascara everywhere. The only thing is that the spray is a bit, it's not as fine a mist as I would like, so I do tend to sometimes go back over with my blending sponge just so that I haven't got like a massive dots, you know, when you get those little dots. Okay, and then last I'm going to put on a lipstick. I haven't really been wearing lipsticks. I mix up my lipstick all the time. It's one of the things that I really enjoy doing. This one is the Lacquer & Co Cloud Lips. I definitely got this in a subscription box, but it's a gorgeous colour, and it's just like, it's a matte, but it's more of a cream matte. And as you can see, I don't use lip liner because I'm really lazy, unless I think it's going to be a colour that's going to bleed, like a really vibrant red or a really dark colour. I don't use a lip liner because I haven't got time for that. So this is like a more mauvey nude. I am getting really into my nudes again. Well, this is one of the sort of darker nudes. I do tend to wear darker, brighter, bolder colours in winter. And there you have it. There's my finished makeup look. So other than the eyes, which I've obviously put a bit of shadow on today, which I'm not hating, this is pretty much my daily makeup. So I don't wear an awful lot of makeup. As you can probably see, my skin still looks relatively natural, although you've got the glow. You can still see pigmentation, you can still see all my freckles. Nothing is like masked massively, and I haven't like sculpted or bronzed or anything, so it is a very natural look, and this is the kind of look that I will go to day to day for work. This is like work makeup. I'm very minimal with makeup, which is probably not great for these sorts of videos, like eyeshadow, no idea what I'm doing. So if anyone's got any lessons, then leave them below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any other questions that you want to ask, then leave them in the comments below or drop them to me on Instagram, DM me on Instagram, and there's my handle. If you're not already following me, go and follow me, and we can do another one of these videos. I can do an updated one, maybe when I've swapped out some of my makeup stuff, or I can answer them when I do my skincare video routine. So let me know, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you for another video very, very soon. Thanks guys.